Mr. Moss, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Chairman Camp, Ranking Member Levin, members of the committee, thank you for inviting me to appear today to discuss the low-income housing tax credit. My name is Bob Moss, and I'm the Senior Vice President for Affordable Housing at Boston Capital, a real estate finance and investment firm that raises capital for investment in affordable rental housing. I am here today also on behalf of a broad coalition of over 450 state, national, and local affordable housing organizations, the Affordable Rental Housing Action Campaign. The housing credit is a bipartisan product of tax reform and a permanent feature of the tax code. Today, the housing credit is generally recognized as the most successful housing production and preservation program. The housing credit is actually two programs. First, it is a capped tax credit program where states receive an annual amount of tax credits based on their population. And second, it is a bond credit program which combines fewer tax credits with tax-exempt multifamily bonds. One of the essential elements of the housing credit program is the role that state housing finance agencies play in administering the program. States annually prepare and publish qualified allocation plans that lay out state housing needs and priorities after soliciting public input through a transparent and open process. Our nation is experiencing a crisis in affordable housing. This is not a new crisis, but it has grown worse in recent years. 1/4 of all renters pay half of or more of their income in rent. Nearly 2/3 of extremely low household renters pay at least half of their income in rent. And the reason low-income households face such high rent burdens is the shortage of affordable housing. On average, state housing finance agencies receive applications annually for more than twice as much housing credit as they have available. Federal priorities have a major impact on how states run their housing credit program. And while the statute permits targeting to households with incomes up to 60% of area median income, according to a recent study by the Furman Center at New York University, the program in fact reaches much further down the income scale where the need is greatest. Since the housing credit program was established in 1986, it has made possible the development of more than 2.5 million rental homes. Each year, about 100,000 new rental homes are developed or preserved under the program. This program also accounts for 95,000 jobs annually. This produces almost $8 billion of local income through wages for workers and profits for small businesses, and about $1 billion in taxes and other revenues for local governments. The housing credit serves the full spectrum of housing need, including housing for families, seniors, people with special needs, veterans, and the homeless in all geographic areas. Many local governments have used the housing credit over the years to spark neighborhood revitalization and help restore blighted areas. There are several key elements of the program that have led to a success. First, state housing finance agencies administer the program. This ensures that properties are developed according to local housing needs. Second, the private sector provides market discipline. And third, the housing credit program is well designed within the Internal Revenue Code. Tax credits are not earned until the development is completed, it's in operation, and housing qualified residents. This means that real estate construction and other risks are borne by the private sector, not the federal government. This threat of recapture imposes a powerful discipline on the program that ensures the properties are properly underwritten at the outset and diligently managed throughout the compliance period. Housing would not be built or preserved but for the capital contributed because of the housing credit. It is a safety net program that requires continued federal support. This committee did great work in 1986 when it created the housing credit. You designed a critically important program to maximize its efficiency, ensure investment occurs where it's needed the most, and harness private sector business discipline to achieve an important public policy objective. I thank you for the opportunity to address you today. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you all very much.